Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I want to share with you a side that's going to go with all that smoked turkey we're going to be doing here in a couple of weeks for Thanksgiving. This one is for sweet potato casserole. You know I'm going to do it on one of my grills outside. Let's get cooking. So for this dish, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need to get our grill fired up. And I'm cooking on the big green egg today. You can cook on any grill set up for indirect heat for this cook. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a bed of good Royal Oak lump charcoal. I'm gonna use a couple starter cubes to get the fire going, and those coals get hot. I'm just gonna set my plate setter in and get my grate in place and check the vents wide open so we can get it up to temp. I want it to be up to about 400 degrees for the first part of this cook, and this is where we're gonna cook our sweet potatoes. And I'm starting with 4 large sweet potatoes, and I'm putting them right on the rack of the big green egg. It needs to be about 400 degrees, and it's gonna take about an hour and a half. What you want to do is use a thermopin or a skewer, something you can fill the potato with. It should be super soft, and that skin's going to let go of the flesh of the sweet potato. You want to get them off the pit once they're done and just let them cool down, and then we're going to cut them in half and just squeeze the sweet potato right out of the shell into a bowl. Now we're going to be ready to assemble the sweet potato casserole. So we've got our sweet potatoes in the bowl. We're ready to add our other ingredients. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a couple eggs. These have just been beaten slightly. Then we're gonna add some butter. This is a real rich recipe. I've got a whole stick of butter in there. We got some dark brown sugar, a little heavy cream, pinch of cayenne, because I like a little bit of spice in this dish. We've got a little bit of vanilla. We've also got some cinnamon. And then finally, just a little bit of salt. So we're gonna get all of these ingredients incorporated with the potatoes. Just use a spatula or a spoon and just slowly work them in. They're all gonna come together. This looks right to me. We're ready to put it in our cast iron pan. And I've just got a cast iron skillet. It's perfect for doing sweet potatoes on the grill. We're just gonna kind of spread it around and fill our pan. Ooh, that looks good. Now we need a topping to go on our sweet potatoes. So I've got about a cup of chopped pecans in here. We're gonna add some butter to those pecans, some more of that dark brown sugar, and just a little flour. This is gonna make kind of a crunchy, sweet, rich topping to go right on top of the sweet potatoes. Once again, we're just gonna fold all these ingredients together. That looks right to me. It just turns into kind of a sweet pecan crumble. We're gonna spread this across the top of our sweet potatoes in the skillet here. And just use your hands. You may have a little bit extra, we might not need it all, but I like this topping. It really makes a nice crust right on top of the sweet potatoes as they warm up. So I've got the vents closed back down. I've got the big green egg dialed in at 350. You just want to lower that temp after we get those sweet potatoes done. By the time you get it all combined in your skillet, the smoker temperature will level right out. So if you're cooking on a different pit, just adjust those where you drop it down. We're ready to go right on the grate. Still got that plate setter in place on my egg. It's still indirect heat. Just setting the skillet right on the middle. And we're gonna need about an hour, 15, hour, 20 minutes. And this sweet potato casserole is gonna be ready to go. Let's get the lid closed. All right, our sweet potatoes have been cooking for about an hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna look at them. And right away, you can see the toppings browned up. It's gotten kind of crispy. That's what I want to see. I think these are done. We're really just wanting to cook it till it's really hot. All those flavors have combined and that topping's set. So I'm going to get some heavy gloves. We're going to take these off and get them over to the cutting board because I'm going to have to try this side dish. But check that out, man. Top looks awesome on it. The pecan crumble that we made. I know the sweet potatoes are good underneath. Let's set it over here because it is hot. All right, our sweet potatoes are done, and this is what we call a sweet potato casserole at my house. I can't take 100% credit for the recipe because my wife Shell makes this for all of our holiday gatherings, and it really is kind of dual purpose. It can be a side or it can be a dessert because it has that sweet element of those sweet potatoes, but you don't have to really let it rest. It'll stay warm for a long time in that cast iron, so if you want to make it ahead of time and then serve it later, you can just cover it up with foil and keep it warm in a warm oven. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it now because I know I want to get into it. So I'm just gonna get a spoon out here and check that out. I mean, that looks awesome. The pecan crumble on top, it just kind of mixes in. The sweet potatoes have thickened up with all those ingredients we put in it. I added just a touch of that cayenne pepper to kind of give it a little bit of spice. I like that. And this is one of those recipes where you can kind of make it your own if you've got some favorite ingredients that you like to add to it. And it's great out on the smoker. Let me get a bite here. Give it a little blow. That just says Thanksgiving to me. It's one of my all-time favorite sides to go with smoked turkey or ham, dressing, all the fixings. Gotta have some good sweet potatoes. I'm not a marshmallow man, so I really like that pecan crumble that we put on the top. I love the flavors in this sweet potato dish. When you get that cinnamon, the richness with the butter in there, the cayenne adds a little bit of spice, but it's not really noticeable. You wouldn't know that it had any heat to it, and you have to have that salt to balance it out. The sweet potatoes are such a great side dish. Of course, you could do this dish inside, but that's no fun. Fire up your smokers and break out that cast iron. Put together this dish, and I guarantee you, everybody's gonna love it come Thanksgiving. Thanks for checking us out today here at How to Barbecue Right. Hope you enjoyed our videos. Subscribe to our channel if you want to find out when we put out new stuff. You can also send comments and questions to our Facebook and Twitter. We love those. We try to answer all of them. Hope y'all have a happy holidays, and we'll see y'all next time.